My Hebrew brothers and sisters, 12 tribes of Israel scattered all over the earth. Let me say, again, welcome back. This is your Moray, Dr. Yeshu, and we just want to say we thank you so much for your subscriptions. Thank you for your likes and your comments. And we thank you for your prayers. And I want to continue to ask you, my brothers and my sisters, I want to continue to ask you that you will share this channel with your friends and your loved ones, and ask them if they have not subscribed to do so, and if they have subscribed, please like. Ask them to share the Bible study series with their friends. Encourage your friends to be a part of this. Praise His name. And my brothers and sisters, we trust that you're enjoying this study, or these studies, as we go through the different Psalms. We're in Psalm 30, and we're dealing with a prayer of thanksgiving. And we are in verse 5 now. Okay, so please remember to get your notepads and your pencils and pens, and we try to keep it right around 20 minutes. Sometimes we go a little over 20 minutes, sometimes 24 minutes, but we try to keep it right around 20 minutes. And if you're able to sit in the session and be able to enjoy, the session. All right. So, in verse 5, we're in Psalm 30, verse 5, and as I said, we are dealing with a prayer of thanksgiving, where David is giving thanks to Yahuwah for keeping him, for securing him. Even though he's in the midst of enemies, they surround him, and so, but Yahuwah is there to keep him. I want you to notice here, in verse 5, he said, "For his anger endureth but for a moment." Yahuwah will get upset with us. I believe He does, when we do something wrong. In a word, He is disappointed. He is disappointed. Here he said his anger endureth but for a moment. But if I want to know is that Yahweh He is Elohim. He is Yahweh. He is Almighty. And He doesn't behave the way we do. We will carry anger in our lives for years until it kills us. Many people die from heart attack, ulcer, different ailment because of the anger that they have in their heart, carrying it. They go to bed with it, they wake up with it, they eat with it, they go to work with it. They are always on the edge. Okay. But notice here that his anger endures only for a moment. Okay? But for a moment. And sometimes people want to say, does Yahuwah get angry? Okay. If you remember, when our ancestors were coming out of Egypt, in the wilderness on the journey to the promised land, they did a lot of foolish things. And there were times when Yahuwah get angry with them. Okay? At one point, he was so angry that he didn't want. He's like, I don't want you're not my people. I don't want you. But Yahweh is so loving, He's so kind, He's so gracious. His anger only lasts for a moment. Right? And what He does, He wants us to repent, to turn around, and to do the things that bring glory and praise to His name. The word anger here is the word off, like off, like you say, AF, off, you know. And it's the word off is like Aleph and Fe. Okay, Aleph and Fe, off. And my brothers, my sisters, the word here is like a nostril or nose, face, anger. You know, people, you can see when people are angry, right? You can see it in their face. And they start breathing real hard, and, you know, their face start, you know, they're angry, okay? You know, their countenance change. You know, the face, the forbearing, the forehead. You can see sometimes the forehead is, you know, have these creases in it. You know, long suffering, the nose, you know, and off the nose or the nostril. Hence the face, occasionally the person. Also, you know, it has rapid, it's like it's a rapid breathing, you know, rapid breathing in passion, you know, airy, anger before, you know. So, my brothers and my sisters, Yahuwah's passion only, you know, I mean his anger only lasts for a moment. It's only for a while. Only for a while. And they say, listen what he said, for his anger endureth but for a moment. And in his favor, praise be to his name. My brother, my sister, is angry. He's angry, but in his favor is life. Hallelujah. In his favor, my brothers, my sisters, in his favor, it is life. The word favor here is the word ratson. It's trying to tongue twister there. Ratstone. And ratstone is like is Resh and Sade, Vav, and Nun. And what the word is, my brother, is talking about like a, you know, goodwill. It's favor, it's acceptance. It's will, goodwill, favor, acceptance, it's will. You know, it's a here, his favor is life. In his favor is life. We're talking about here accepting something acceptable. You know, his favor, accept. We talk about delight, my brothers and my sisters. Praise his holy name. You know, the delight, you know, Yahweh shows delight is delight in us. Delight in us. And the desire, praise his holy name. His desire is that, my brothers and my sisters, that we live according to his will. His favor is his continued showing favor, his grace, my brothers and my sisters. His good pleasure, his own, his self. And my brothers and sisters, he does this voluntarily. His will. Let me say this. We don't have to pay him to do it. He does it even though we didn't pay him. It's something that he grants to us. It's unmerited. We can't pay for it. We can't, you know, it's without price as he is concerned. But my brothers and sisters, he expects us to live according to his will. Ratson. From Ratsa. It means a delight, you know, especially as shown acceptance, my brothers and sisters. His pleasure, his great pleasure itself. will. Praise his holy name. And he said, for his anger endureth but for a moment. In his favor is life. Life here is Kai. 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 And you talk about age. Okay? It is talk about alive or something, living life. You know, his appetite is, you know, hence, it's like water. You talk about, you know, it refreshes, right? A plant, even the plant has life. Kai. And you know, it's life or living thing. You know, it is literally or figuratively alive appetite. It gives us that. You know, is living. We're living creature. He made us. You know, and it maintains us. And it's a multitude. Mary, you know, just quick. Praise his name. It's like a water running and springing up. So, you know, active. You know, praise his holy name. And in verse 6, he said in verse 6, and in my prosperity, I said, I shall never be moved. Praise his name. In my so then you remember David is going through all kind of thing. He's going through all kind of thing. But and then you know, but here he comes and he said, in my prosperity. Well, he was very prosperous. He was a rich king. Okay? Remember, my sisters, we may not get as rich as David was. But one thing I can tell you, Yahuwah, he extends his favor to us. What? We are his saints, his children. You know, and everything that he has belongs to us. The reason why many of us are not rich one time, you know, we're rich because he continue to bestow upon us blessings. But many times, you know, we can't be trusted. You know, he give us everything one time, we turn stupid and start acting crazy and, you know, you know, oh man, look at me going around walking on the street and like, I'm rich. And we start using foolish things like I could stay here and somebody hurt somebody down 5th Street, 5th Avenue, and I'm still here, you know, that kind of attitude. Braggadocious and, you know, stupid in the way we talk and the way we act, you know, not realizing that we are not in charge of ourselves. Okay? Well, many people who have that kind of attitude is catching up with them now. And you see the news, you know, my brothers and sisters, you see the news. But listen what he said here. He said, in my prosperity, I said, I shall never be moved. Look at the word prosperity there, because the word prosperity there is shall leave. You know, shall leave. It means ease and prosperity. In my ease, I shall never be moved. Ease, prosperity. It is Shin, Lamed, and Vav. And the word here, my brothers and sisters, is basically talk about, you know, prosperity here. It comes from another word, Shala, and it means security. It means prosperity. It means be happy and, prosper. Be in safety. Be in safety. A primitive root, to be tranquil. Are you secure? Are you successful? Be happy, prosper. Be in safety, in the sense that, my brothers and sisters, all kind of things are going on around us. But he gives us a kind of peace. Tranquil. Be tranquil, I mean, be peaceful. I mean, my brothers and sisters, Yahuwah is watching over us. There's a song that we used to sing in the church. All over me, He's keeping me alive. My brother, my sister, it doesn't matter what's going on around us. Okay? He is keeping us alive. Yahuwah is making us prosper. Yahuwah is securing us. Yahuwah is making us safe, my brother, my sister. And we can be happy. We can be happy. Something, there's a thing a thought just come to my mind just very moment, just now. When I was preparing the message, and I'm part of that. When we talk about being, to be tranquil, there's a kind of peaceful atmosphere. Remember in the history of our ancestors, right? And especially the last 300 years, okay, where, they come down the line. They were going through a whole lot. And they never ceased to pray to Yahuwah. And they never ceased to sing. And even though they didn't have much to eat, because the slave masters would just give them the stuff that they didn't want. Feed them like they were animal. They were giving steak and stuff to the dogs. And they'll give them the cuttings left over. And my understanding of people that say they'll eat the food, and what's left is what they give to them. The bone, they eat the meat out of the bone and give them the empty bone. They kill the animals, take the better part of the flesh and give them the head, give them the tail and the feet. Give them the intestine. My brothers and sisters, they went through a lot. But you know what? They made it because, they survived. A lot of our Hebrew Israelite people never eat pork. Right? From Israel. They go to West Africa. Never eat pork. Guess what? They brought them to the West, Caribbean islands, and to America. I know. For them to survive, they have to eat the pork feet, pig intestine. You talk about soul food. Those are pork items. And people still living on them, people eating them, and it's a nasty food they gave them. But they survived. They have to eat it to live. Okay? And they survive it. But listen what they said here. In my prosperity, I said, I shall not be moved. In my trunk. You say, I shall never be moved. The word move here is mot. Mot. There's a moat. Like a, it's a moat. Like you say, M-O-T-E, moat. That's what it pronounced. That's what it's pronounced. It's spelled mot. M-O-T. But the pronunciation is M-O-T-E, moat. Moat. And it is mem, vav, and tav. Moat. And so the word here means to totter, to shake, or to slip. You know, to totter, to shake, or to slip. That is, be carried, or cast, or be out of course, or be fallen in decay, exceedingly fallen down. You shall not be moved. Praise his name. You shall not. I will not fall down. I will not waver. By implication, to slip or to shake or to fall or to be carried or to cast out. Be out, of course, or to be fallen in decay. That's what he say here. Exceedingly falling down. Be removed. Be ready. Shake. To slide. To slip. I shall not be moved. Yahuwah is keeping us, and is keeping us, my brothers and sisters. Praise be to his name. We're going to stop here, and we're going to ask you to be a blessing to someone today, my brothers and my sisters, and walk with the King. Shalom.